The Coastal Prairie Quilt Guild serves as a valuable resource for quilters in Fort Bend County.
The Guild was started by some local ladies who felt like there was a need for an organization like this in Fort Bend County. It's an organization of people interested in quilting. It's actually a 501c3 tax-exempt charitable organization. Most of the quilts are given as gifts to family members, or they're items that we've sewn and we give to charity. Like, I'm very active in sewing for Quilts of Valor, and most of my quilts are donated to soldiers coming back from the service.
Quilts from the Heart is a charity organization that we have here, and I love to get those quilts finished so we can give those out to, the people in need.
The goal is primarily education. It's promoting the preservation of quilting, promoting the knowledge of quilting. We have two monthly meetings, one in the daytime, one at night.
I get speakers to come to our guild, and then we have a workshop. We try to schedule a workshop with the speakers also.
We have block exchanges, and we have 1 to 2 retreats a year. We have kids from junior high school come and help at the quilt show as quilt angels. And in reciprocation, we go to their school and we teach them how to sew and make a small quilt. The type of quilting runs the gamut. We have people who do piece, we have people who do applique, tied quilts, and even art quilts. The supplies vary. The basic is material, batting, scissors, pins, needles, thread, rulers, marking tools, and a sewing machine. I guess the biggest skill is to be consistent with your sewing a 1/4 inch seam. Being able to read a pattern and follow directions. Meeting a deadline is probably the biggest challenge. The other would be working with a really large quilt because of having to have space to spread it out and being able to get it under the sewing machine. And the amount of time that you would put into a quilt that is going to be drug around by a child would be different than the amount of time you would put in a quilt that's going to be in a show. Quilt making has evolved from just being a utilitarian thing. It's a way of expressing oneself either by fabric choices or pattern or design. It's very therapeutic in that it's relaxing, keeps your mind busy, keeps your hands busy, and it allows you to associate with other people who are interested in quilting.
When I retired 2 years ago, I was looking for someone else who enjoyed what I enjoy doing, and that we could have conversations and talk about it, and they don't look at me like, what are you talking about? I love the friendships that you make with the people that are also sew and have a commonality of a hobby, and I love that. And I love the creative outlet. I've learned a lot of new skills, and then through the Guild I joined a bee, Quilting Bee, and those members of that bee have been invaluable in helping me and teaching me new skills.
I started out sewing, and I found out that I really didn't get the joy that I get from quilting, so I just stopped sewing, and I went to a quilt show, and I was hooked. The joy that I get is when I give it to someone and how appreciative they are.
It allows me to paint with fabric. It gives me an extended family relationship with ladies that are not necessarily right in my neighborhood.
If you're interested in quilting, the best thing to do is get involved.
Attend a quilt meeting like we're having today. Attend a quilt show because there'll be classes and demonstrations going on. Find a local bee and sit and sew with the ladies.
For more information, visit cpqg.org. For Great American Pastimes, I'm Chris Barcus.